holiday party had finally started to wind down inside the town hall. The folding tables had cleared, the cheap string lights flickering, and someone dragging a trash bag across the floor. Michelle nudged Liz. "Smoke?" Liz didn't even answer. She just grabbed her coat and followed her toward the side exit. The heavy door groaned open, and the cold night air hit them like a reset button. Michelle lit up first, then passed the lighter over to Liz. Liz exhaled, smoke curling into the dark. "Jesus, that roast round was a fucking war crime." Michelle snorted. "Seriously, that was a recipe for disaster. What the hell was Cara thinking planning that?" They both laughed, tired, relieved, the kind of laugh that comes after surviving something ridiculous. Marnie stepped out and hesitated like she wasn't sure if she was interrupting something. Michelle glanced back. "Oh boy." Liz lifted her chin. "Hey." Marnie walked over slowly, rubbing her hands together for warmth. She hovered for a second, then nodded towards Michelle's cigarette. "Do you mind if I—" Michelle held out the pack without making it a thing. "Here." Marnie took one, cupping her hands around the lighter as she lit it. The first inhale was shaky, like she hadn't smoked in a while but remembered exactly why she needed it. She exhaled slowly, watching the smoke drift upward. Michelle watched her for a beat. "You okay?" Marnie's voice dropped to an almost whisper. "Not really. It's just Rebecca. I could feel it the second I walked in. She didn't even have to say anything. I feel terrible for the way I talked about her. She's not wrong for being upset. Her feelings are completely valid." She took another drag, slower this time. Liz exhaled smoke through her nose. "Yeah, that tracks." Michelle nodded. "She's still hurt. Doesn't mean she wants you gone." Marnie's voice cracked just a little. "I know, I didn't want to sit in there pretending I couldn't feel it. So I came out here. Needed a minute." Liz softened. "So you came out here. That's not running." Michelle flicked ash toward the curb. "It's coping." Marnie nodded, eyes a little glassy, but still steady. "Yeah, I guess. I know Don's not going to be happy when he finds out that I was smoking, but it's the only thing helping me cope." She took another drag, exhaled into the cold. I want things to be okay with her. And I know they're not. And I don't know how to fix it without making it worse." Liz shrugged. "You don't fix it tonight. You just survive tonight." Michelle added, "And you did. Better than half the room." "Low bar," Liz smirked. "Still counts." Marnie inhaled again. I wish she could have been happy for me. Or at least, not actively rooting against me." Liz raised an eyebrow. "She was rooting against you?" Marnie's voice cracked just a little. "She doesn't want us together because she doesn't agree with our relationship. She made that pretty clear." "It's stupid," she said quietly. "Part of me really wanted her to say, 'I'm glad you found someone who treats you well,' even if she didn't mean it." Liz's voice softened. "That's not stupid." Marnie shook her head. "She didn't just not support it. She tore it apart. She made Dawn feel guilty. She made me feel like I was betraying her just by being happy. And I know she's hurting, but I was hurting too." Michelle nodded slowly. "You wanted your sister to have your back." Marnie's voice dropped to a whisper. "Yeah, I really did." She wiped her thumb under her eye, pretending it was just the cold. "And tonight, seeing her across the room, pretending everything's fine, it just reminded me of how not fine it all is, and how much I wish she'd just let me have this. Let me have him. Let me be happy without making me feel like I stole something from her." Liz exhaled smoke through her nose. "You didn't steal anything." Marnie's jaw tightened. "Try telling her that." Michelle stepped a little closer, her voice low and steady. "She'll get there. Maybe not fast, maybe not gracefully, but she'll get there." Marnie stared at the glowing tip of her cigarette. "I hope so, because I'm tired of feeling like I have to choose," Marnie continued. "And the worst part, she does it with that sweet little smile. Like she's helping, like she's being the good sister. But she's not. She's trying to tear us apart without even looking like the bad guy." Liz nudged her gently. "You don't. Not forever." Marnie nodded, swallowing hard. "Yeah, I know. I just needed to say it out loud." Marnie finally let herself feel the thing she's been avoiding all night. "Thanks for letting me stand out here. I just needed to not be in there for a minute." Michelle nudged her gently. "You're not intruding." Liz nodded. "You're decompressing. We get it." Marnie swallowed, blinking hard. "Yeah, I'm starting to get that." Michelle flicked her cigarette away and pulled her coat tighter. "We should head back in. They're probably starting cleanup." Liz nodded. "Yeah, and if we don't help, Cara's gonna give us that look." Marnie managed a small smile. "Go. I'm good. Really." Michelle hesitated for half a second, then squeezed Marnie's arm. Don't stay out too long. It's freezing. Inside, she could hear faint voices. Cara's bright, tired laugh, Gianni's low murmur, the scrape of chairs being stacked. The party was almost over. People were gathering their coats, saying their last goodbyes, and pretending they weren't exhausted. Marnie took a slow drag, exhaling into the night. She closed her eyes for a moment, letting the cold sting her cheeks. I'm tired, she whispered to no one. I'm just tired. Not of Don, not of the relationship, but of the tug-of-war she never asked to be a part of. She took another drag, letting the smoke warm her lungs. Marnie flicked ash toward the curb, watching it scatter. Just a minute, she murmured to herself. Just one more minute. There you guys are, Cara said when she saw Michelle and Liz. I was about to start bribing strangers off the street to help. Liz grabbed a trash bag. We were outside with Marnie. Cara softened. Good, she needed a minute. Christina spotted Michelle and Liz and threw her arms up dramatically. Where'd you two go? I thought you left me with all these boring-ass people. Cara didn't even look up. Christina, you've been yelling for 6 hours. You could have entertained yourself. I did entertain myself, Christina said proudly. I entertained everybody. Gionni murmured, against their will. Christina gasped loudly. Rude! Bill sighed. Babe, please, it's midnight. Christina ignored him completely and hopped off the table, wobbling slightly. You know what? I don't want this night to end. I'm having a good time. I'm in my element. I'm thriving. Cara pointed at the trash bag Liz was holding. Great, then thrive your way over here and help. Christina blinked. Help with what? Gionni gestured around the room. The disaster you caused. Christina waved him off. I'm just saying, why we gotta clean up now? Why can't we just keep hanging out? Keep the music going. Keep the vibes vibing. Cara gave her a look. Because the town hall closes at midnight and I'm not getting fined because you want to vibe. Christina pouted dramatically. I want to vibe forever. Michelle tossed a crumpled napkin into the trash bag. Christina, the night's ending. It's okay. Christina's face softened. I know, she said quietly. I just like when we're all together. I like when it feels like this. It's nice. Cara paused mid-wipe, looking over at her. Liz nodded. Yeah, it really is. Christina sniffed dramatically, then immediately ruined the moment. But we can still clean and potty at the same time. Somebody put music on. Cara groaned. Oh my God. Gionni murmured. Here we go. Bill sighed. I'll get the speaker. Rebecca was a lot tonight, Michelle replied. She acts sweet but pushes buttons, Cara added. Rebecca's jaw tightened. Look, I'm not the villain in your story, she said, voice low but sharp. If you want me to smile and nod while someone walks all over my family, that's not happening. I'll say what needs saying. I don't give a shit if it's uncomfortable. Michelle's tone softened. We're not asking you to. Rebecca cut her off. No, you're not asking. You're telling me to be quiet so everyone can feel cozy. Fuck that. I'm not going to pretend I don't see what's happening. Marnie heard the edge in Rebecca's words and the way the others tried to smooth it over. She felt the cigarette burn down between her fingers. Rebecca glanced toward the side door, then back at the table, eyes narrowing. Is she out there? She asked casually. She's out there, Michelle said. Rebecca's mouth flattened. Good. Let her have her minute. The side door slammed. Marnie came in fast and stopped 2 steps from Rebecca. The room went quiet. People kept moving, but no one stepped in. You think you can just sit there and act like you're the only one who's hurt? Marnie said, voice raw. You sit there with that smile and plant doubts like they're seeds. You don't get to pretend you're innocent. Rebecca set the plates down slowly, hands steady. Don't do this here, she said flatly. Don't do this? Marnie barked, laughed sharp. You've been doing this for months. You tell Don he should feel guilty. You tell me I'm selfish for wanting to be happy. You push and then act surprised when things fall apart. Fuck that. No one moved. Chairs scraped softly. Christina's music faded into the background. Rebecca's jaw tightened. I said what I said because I'm worried. I'm not trying to sabotage you. You're not trying, Marnie's voice climbed. You're not trying to tear us apart while smiling like a saint? Be honest for once. Stop fucking pretending you're just being helpful. Rebecca stood, palms on the table. I'm honest. I don't want you to get hurt. If that makes me the bad guy, then fine. You make it about you every damn time, Marnie shot back. You make me feel like choosing Don is choosing against you. You make him feel guilty for loving me. Stop acting like you're saving me when you're just trying to keep me small. Rebecca's eyes went cold. And you make it about being happy like that's the only thing that matters. Don isn't perfect, Marnie. You know that. I know he's not perfect, Marnie said, stepping closer until they were almost nose to nose. I also know he shows up for me. He doesn't make me feel like I'm betraying my family for wanting to be with him. You do. You sit there and pick at everything until I doubt myself. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of you acting like you're the only one who cares. Rebecca's hands curled into fists on the table. You act like my concern is an attack. I'm not trying to make you small. I'm trying to make you think. Thinking is different from poisoning, Marnie snapped. You don't show up, Rebecca. The only thought on your mind is destroying it. You smile while you do it so everyone thinks you're the reasonable one. Fuck that. I wanted you to be on my side. Even if you felt differently about him and couldn't handle being rejected, I wanted you to try not to ruin it. Rebecca's face shifted. I want you safe, she said. I still do. Don's not a bad guy, Rebecca. He's shown me more love than you have in the last 5 years. He's shown up. He's been here. Stop making safety mean taking him away from me, Marnie said, voice breaking now but still fierce. Stop making me choose between you and my life. I don't know how to do this any other way. Marnie's laugh was small and bitter. Maybe that's the problem, she said. I don't want to fight you, Marnie added, quieter. I want you with me, not against me. Rebecca's face was unreadable. I don't want to lose you, she said, but I'm scared. Susan kissed Cara on the cheek. Thank you for throwing the best holiday party that will never be forgotten. She slipped her coat on and was gone before anyone could answer. Hillary followed behind her. Carole and Tom gathered their things in a practiced shuffle. Carole mouthed, Thank you for a lovely night, Cara. And Tom steered her toward the door, both moving like they wanted distance from the heat. Carla and Brad exchanged a quick, awkward smile with Cara and Gionni. Thank you both. Have a good night, Brad said, and they left together, hands in pockets. Craig and Maria paused at the side exit, glanced at the two women, and then Maria squeezed Craig's arm. Let's go, she said, and they walked out without turning back. Kelly grabbed her bag, with Whitney following close behind. Have a good one, Cara, she said as they exchanged a quick hug. Liz crossed the room and stopped in front of Cara, tugging her into a quick hug. Thank you for doing all of this, she said into Cara's shoulder. Seriously, you're a saint. Cara laughed, breathless from wiping tables. Don't make me cry. Go home and text me when you get there. Liz kissed Cara's cheek. Will do. Night. She waved at the others and then slipped toward the door with Tanya and Nicole close behind. Tanya looped an arm through Nicole's and leaned into Cara. You killed it tonight. I'll help next time with the decorations so you don't have to do it all. Cara shook her head, smiling. No, you don't get to volunteer, then bail. But thank you. Cris headed out as well, exchanging a silent goodbye with Cara. Rob had one arm hooked under Christina's and the other around her waist, half dragging, half supporting. She was loud, bright, and wobbling. Rob, darling, I am not leaving without my encore. They passed Cara and Gionni by the trash cans. Christina lurched forward and planted a sloppy hug and kiss on Cara's cheek, then did the same to Gionni, breath hot and words tumbling out. Cara, you are the queen of everything tonight. Love you, love you, love you, she slurred, voice rising and falling like a show tone. Gionni, you legend. Don't let him forget me. Cara laughed, half exasperated, half fond. Get her out of here, Rob. Coffee tomorrow, Christina. You owe me coffee. Gionni wiped his hands on a towel and grinned. Drive safe, you drama queen. Christina waved both arms in a flourish, stumbled towards the door, and called back over her shoulder in a loud, uncontrollable sing-song. Good night, my people. Keep the vibes alive. Then she was out, the door swinging shut behind her. Rob paused at the threshold, gave a mock bow, and followed. A beat later, Kathy and Bill moved toward the exit, coats in hand. They stopped at Cara and Gionni, sincere and tidy in their goodbyes. Thank you both. Really, it was lovely, Kathy said, squeezing Cara's shoulder. Yeah, thanks for hosting, Bill added, nodding to Gionni. We'll see you soon. Drive safe, Cara said, and they were gone, footsteps fading into the night. Don sees the temperature spike before anyone else does. He says Marnie's name once, then guides her towards the door. Come on, he murmurs, close to her ear. Let's go, not here. Before they reach the threshold, Don loosens his grip just enough for Marnie to manage a word. He keeps his voice low but clear as they pass Michelle at the counter. "Good night, Michelle," he says. Marnie forces out a tight night, and Michelle offers a small, worried smile. Cara nods, hands still busy, and answers. "Hope you guys had a great time. Drive safe." Gionni folds the last chair and lifts his chin in a quick practice farewell. Don inclines his hand. "Night," he says. They pause when they reach Rebecca standing by the exit. Don's voice softens. "Rebecca, good night," he says, to close the space, then to reconcile. The door closes behind them with a soft final click. Marnie leans into him, still trembling, and they move away from the town hall, the argument left behind in the small, raw space between the open door and the dark parking lot. Michelle swings a tote bag over her shoulder, glances at the labeled containers, and smiles tiredly at Cara. "Thanks for tonight. Seriously. Everything was great." She waves briefly at Rebecca. Cara waves a hand, already tying the last knot on a trash bag. "Thanks for coming and helping, Michelle. I really appreciate it. Text me when you get home." "I will," Michelle says, and then she heads for her car, boots clicking on the pavement. At the doorway, they find Rebecca lingering, coat half zipped, hands tucked into her pockets. Cara sets down the cooler, wipes her hands on a towel, and steps forward with the easy, no-drama concern she always carries. "You okay to drive?" Rebecca meets her eyes for a long second, then gives a small, steady nod. "I'll be fine, thanks." Gionni lifts his chin in a quick practice farewell. "Night, Rebecca. Take care." Rebecca nods again and then turns toward the parking lot. She walks out to the cold alone, the door closing softly behind her. Cara and Gionni stand in the doorway for a moment, listening to the echo of her footsteps fade. The party's laughter and argument shrink into the distance, leaving only the hush of the road and the steady, ordinary relief of the night finally over.